Hey book lovers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna and today I will be doing a short, sweet, and spoiler-free review of Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I was very kindly sent this audiobook from Macmillan Audio, so I would like to thank them and specifically thank Alex for sending me this. Alex, you are awesome. I was so excited to receive this in the mail and get a review up for you guys because this book comes out very soon. It comes out on January 31st. So let's just get started with the description of this book. I was going to try to describe it myself, but then I read the actual description on the back of the audiobook package and I figured that would just be better because it just describes it so beautifully. So this is the description of Caraval. Scarlett Dragna has never left the tiny island where she and her sister Tella live with their powerful and cruel father. Now Scarlett's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlett thinks her dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once-a-year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlett's long-dreamt-of invitation finally arrives. With the help of a mysterious sailor, Tella whisks Scarlett away to the show. Only as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. Scarlett has been told that everything that happens during Caraval is only an elaborate performance. Nevertheless, she becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreak, and magic. And whether Caraval is real or not, Scarlett must find Tella before the 5 nights of the game are over, or a dangerous domino effect of consequences will be set off and her beloved sister will disappear forever. It's such a cool concept, and this is probably my most anticipated release of this year, or one of my most. And yeah, I just was really intrigued by this description, and I think the cover is just beautiful too. So yeah, I was just really intrigued by this, so I'm glad I was sent this for a review. So I gave this book 4.5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. So let's get into the details of why I gave this book the stars that I did. So the first star I gave for a vivid, magical setting. I absolutely loved just the idea and just the setting of this, annual magical performance that's kind of real but kind of not. I thought it was just a really intriguing concept, and I thought Stephanie Garber did a great job of describing how Caraval happens and what the different aspects of it are. I just thought the setting was very magical. I think magical is the best way to describe it. So the second star I gave for the detailed and realistic thoughts of the main character. So this is told in third person, but we get to hear a lot of Scarlett's innermost thoughts, and I thought her character was very realistic in the thoughts that she had. So thinking about her relationship with her sister and this budding romance that ends up happening within the story, and her relationship with her father, I just thought her thoughts were very realistic and relatable, even though this situation is just outlandish. So that would be the second star. And then I gave 2 stars actually for the plot. The plot was my favorite part of this story. I felt like it was a little bit more plot driven than character driven. You got a lot of Scarlett's character in this story, but the plot was what really got me. I had no idea what was going to happen. And the whole book was exciting, but even the latter half, I was listening to this audiobook in my car, and I actually had to bring it inside and then listen to it in my CD player in the house because I couldn't stop listening to it. So I had no idea what was coming at the end, and it was just this wild sequence of events, and there were so many twists and turns, and I love that in a story. I'm very much a plot-driven reader, so I really appreciated that. I had no idea what was coming at the end. And then the last half star I gave for it left me wanting in a couple of areas in a good and a bad way. So that's why I gave it a half star instead of a full 5 stars. So I thought that Stephanie Garber's writing was extremely colorful and vivid, and sorry, we're working with natural lighting here, so if my face looks super bright for a second, it's because the sun is literally shining on me. So I thought her writing was super vivid and super colorful. but also kind of vague at some points, and it kind of left me wanting more. However, this is the start of a series, so I think that the next book, whenever it comes out, I feel like it's going to give a little bit more backstory as far as Caraval goes and all of the different players in it and characters. So I'd be really interested to see what the second book says, because I felt like, I don't know, there's some aspects of the game itself were a little bit vague, and I understand why she wrote it that way, because you want it to be very mysterious and you don't want to know absolutely everything because that might take away some of the magic. But me personally, I prefer knowing every single detail. So I want to know more about the history of Caraval and the history of Legend, the mastermind organizer. So that was just me. So the only reason I did not give this book a full 5 stars was because I really wanted more information about specifically the Caraval itself. So that's why I didn't give it a full 5 stars. But I highly, highly recommend this, specifically for the plot. I thought it was so cool, so exciting. And again, Rebecca Soler did an amazing job narrating it. It's just the way that she talks, she has a very soothing voice, and she can do all of the different characters' voices really, really well. I was just very impressed. So I would definitely recommend this story if you like YA fantasy that's kind of mysterious and dark. And I got like big Phantom of the Opera vibes when reading this, not because of the Phantom of the Opera plot, but just the general atmosphere. So if you've seen the, I believe it was made in 2004, the movie Phantom of the Opera with Emmy Rossum and Gerard Butler, that whole like lush, extravagant, luxurious atmosphere is really, like, Caraval really reminded me of that. So if you enjoy those kinds of settings, I think you'll really like Caraval. And then one last point that I wanted to make is that I think this book is going to explode as far as popularity goes. I know that a lot of people are anticipating this, and I just feel like it's going to be just a young adult classic. I really do. I just think it's going to absolutely explode on BookTube and just everywhere in general. So if you are interested in Caraval, go ahead and pick it up when it comes out. It comes out on the 31st. And I really hope you enjoyed this spoiler-free review. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more content from me, please hit subscribe. And I will see you guys soon with another video.